There are many great things happening in and around Ambridge. On Wake Up Ambridge, we'll talk to business owners, learn about upcoming events, and meet some of the great people of Ambridge. Welcome to Wake Up Ambridge.
Hi, everybody. I'm Leon Thomas. Listen, Ambridge and the surrounding area is on the upswing. There are many new businesses in the area, including coffee shops, restaurants, breweries, and more. The area has some great revitalization and beautification projects going on. And here on Wake Up Ambridge, we're going to highlight the many great things that are happening in and around Ambridge. We'll talk to business owners, residents, educators, students, and more. And the idea behind Wake Up Ambridge is to spread the word about all the great things going on around Ambridge and the general area. My name is Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group, and we look forward to bringing you Wake Up Ambridge. Welcome to our first episode, our inaugural show of Wake Up Ambridge. Wake Up Ambridge, the idea came from Rusenko, a Ambridge native and Ambridge resident. Let's talk with him real quick to get some more information about how this idea started. Hi, Jay. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Leon. How you doing today?
I'm well. All is well. So, Jay, you're from Ambridge. You live in Ambridge. Tell us, how did this idea come up? I know you always talk about how proud you are of your city and always telling me great things about your hometown. How did you get this idea for Wake Up Ambridge? Tell us about it.
Well, when I grew up in Ambridge, attended high school here and graduated, it was a great city, great place to be, great thing. I was in the bands, so we got to travel a lot. There's a lot of things going on. And then steel mills kind of went out of business in the late 70s, early 80s, so it kind of put a bit of a damper on it. But now, I've always come back and forth, visited family, friends, and I see the revitalization in the last 10 to 15 years. And it's like, wow, it's finally coming back. That's about the great restaurants, the great stores, the great people that live here. They're the friendliest people. I've traveled a lot, and I think we're one of the most friendliest areas, Western Pennsylvania, in the country. And then when I moved away, I attended Robert Morris University, graduated from there. Then I moved to Maryland for 37 years, and people down there are not very friendly. I know you are Maryland native, but you got your friendliness from going to school with me at Robert
Wow.
Morris, where I met you.
You're saying I learned how to be friendly in Western PA, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I
Leon,
get it.
we attended Robert Morris together. That's what become
I
great
get it.
friends. And he was a great coach for a few years, and people even recognized him a few years
Yes.
later from that.
Yes. That's right. That's right. So, Jay, you are proud of your hometown, and you've always told me about some of the great things that are happening here. And so you came and said, "Hey, why don't we do a show about Ambridge?" And here we are. You got to
Yes,
be
finally.
excited, huh?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
real excited.
Yes, yes, you are. And our first guest today is the president of the Ambridge Regional Chamber, Valerie Pedigo. Hey, Valerie, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing wonderful. How are you? Good
Hi, Valerie.
morning.
I'm well. It's
Okay.
good to have you here. How about Jay saying I got my friendliness from Ambridge in the area and not from my mom and dad? What do you think about that?
Hands up.
Hands up. You get
I don't
nothing
know
to
the
do
whole
with.
story, but I will say that both of you are very, very friendly, and I appreciate the opportunity to be with you this morning.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you. So Valerie, tell us how did you get involved in Ambridge? Tell us your background. What brought you to Ambridge and everything that you're doing? Tell us your story about and connection to Ambridge.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Western New York, so the southern tier, south of Buffalo, north of Erie, Pennsylvania. And that was where I was born and raised. I have lived all over the world and love to travel, love to meet new people, be a part of different communities. And about a little over 15 years ago, I was recruited from Western New York to Pittsburgh to work in the financial services industry. So I am a small business owner. I own multiple small businesses, but I've always had also a financial services career ever since I was younger. And so I was recruited to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is a city that I had my eye on, the whole region. And so fast forward to about 6 years ago, I had an opportunity with my career that was going to put my office in Cranberry, PA, and from the east end of Pittsburgh to Cranberry. And my best friend from middle school and high school actually relocated to Pennsylvania when we were younger because she went to school in Moon Township to college. And so she ended up marrying someone who was living in Ambridge. And so we were out together, catching up, getting some coffee, and she had shared that she sees all these things happening. She knows how involved I am in economic development and revitalization. And she ended up having a situation where there was a house that needed to be rehabilitated in Ambridge. And so that night I took a look at that house and I liked it, but first I wanted to understand and get to know the community more. So I drove all over. I started meeting with people, the former president of the Chamber of Commerce, business owners, longtime business owners, people that were moving in, just to get a feel if it was right for my family. And it turns out, as you know, Jay's right about the friendliness and the involvement and just the amazing resilience of these river towns in Beaver County, the former steel industry towns. So I was just enamored with it. I loved it. Of course, there wasn't as much as there is now, but that was exciting to me. So I ended up purchasing that property, relocating to Ambridge, and then the rest is history. I like to be involved in my community anywhere that I live. I think it's important for us to contribute. So that's a very abridged version of the story, but long story short, I moved to Ambridge because of the people, because of the connections, because of the possibilities, and because of the history.
And now here you are, fully immersed in the community of Ambridge with the chamber. You're president of the chamber, and I know there's a lot of good things that are happening with the chamber, a lot of activities, a lot of great things going on. And just you had Christmas on Merchant. Tell us some about that, and then we'll go ahead and play a short video. So tell us about Christmas on Merchant. Then after that, we'll run a short video where shows some of the things that happened there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Christmas on Merchant is a long-time tradition. It has kind of morphed and been redefined over the years based on new ideas and innovation. For example, during the pandemic, and I hate to talk about it, but it's a reality. We actually did a reverse parade during that event to make sure that we still held that event throughout to bring joy to people. But let me back up. So the Chamber has multiple events per year, and I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to talk about them, or people can go and look at our social media and our website to understand a little bit more. But one of the events that we do in partnership with the Borough of Ambridge and other organizations that want to get involved is called Christmas on Merchant, and it is a community-focused event. It has a parade, which is really the headline. So we start to put out the opportunity to be a part of this parade early on in the winter, and then we organize it as the chamber. Also, we usually have things happening in the park for the last 3 years, and that's PJ Call Park. We've had an ice carver doing shows. We've had demonstrators. We've had carolers. We've had Santa Claus in the park. There's things happening there. We've also live broadcast from our local radio station, WMBA. And so people can view the parade and the activities if they're homebound, so our whole community can be involved. But the idea is for everyone to come together before the holidays, have some fun, enjoy the lights, enjoy their neighbors and their community. And our small business owners, many of them are open before and after the activities with open houses and after parties and special things. So This year was no different. It was a little bit later than it normally is, but it was amazing. And
Great.
so I'm really excited for you to show everyone the video that is from The Bridge, which is a community newsletter. And it's for people who are in and love Beaver County.
I like it. I like it. Folks, you're watching the first episode of Wake Up Ambridge. Our guest is Valerie Pedigo. We're going to look at a short video of the Christmas on Merchant Parade. Let's go ahead and watch that now. That looked like such a great time. And as I looked at it, I saw kids, little kids. I saw what appeared to be high school students, high school band. I saw older folks. I saw businesses. I saw even one that looks like someone maybe is a borough councilman or somebody there. It was all there, and everyone was smiling, enthusiastic. It just looked like a great time.
It was a beautiful, beautiful night. Yeah, and we do get a lot of support from some of our county commissioners, elected officials. Yeah, the very first, led by our Ambridge Police Department, that float was our entire council. So they were all there. Yeah, our mayor, our council, and our borough manager.
What was that? That is great. Hey, listen, can I put you on the spot here real quick? Can I get a promise from you?
On the spot. I'm ready.
Next year, can I have an invite? Can I be a part of that next year? Can I be a part of that 2025?
Of course you can. Do you want to do a float? Do you want to walk? Do you want to wear a costume? Or do you want to drive your vehicle?
I just came up with a joke here. I swim like a typewriter, so you don't want me on a float.
Oh boy.
I'll be here every week, folks, every week. No. I tell you what were my options there? Do I want to float? Do I want to drive a vehicle? What else? What were they?
You can walk. You can wear a costume.
I will walk. I will walk and wave hello to everyone. I will do that. You heard, that was the first commitment of Wake Up Ambridge.
I've got the sign up ready.
You've got the sign up ready. Right on. Send it on over to me. Folks, you're watching the first episode of Wake Up Ambridge. My name is Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Our guest today is Valerie Pedigo. Listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break and take a look at some commercials that students and interns of the Leon Thomas Group have developed. And if you would like to advertise here on Wake Up Ambridge, all you do is contact me or our producer, Jay Rusenko. And when we come back from the break, we're going to talk to Jay again and continue our conversation with Valerie. You're watching Wake Up Ambridge.
At Rod's Car Repairs, we work on all cars, old cars, new cars, and your car. Car Repairs by Rod.io.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What would we do without it?
slow roasted over hickory fire and pulled by hand. This is the way pit pork has always been done. Pulled pork lovers, rejoice. The smoky old days are back at the Smoke Shack.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Roxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
Hey, welcome back to Wake Up Ambridge. I'm Leon Thomas. Our guest is Valerie Pedigo, and on the screen with us also is our producer, Jay Rusenko. Jay's unmuted right now, but he's going to unmute himself so we can hear some conversation points from him. So listen, here's the first thing. I want everyone to know you can check out Wake Up Ambridge right here on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching at any time. So if you can watch it live, that's great. If you're watching live, make a comment that says, hey, I'm watching, I'm with this business, I'm here, whatever. Let us know you're here watching us live. But also, if you have the link to the show and you weren't able to watch it all, and maybe you shared it with a friend, let them know they can watch it at any time. You just don't have to watch it live. You can watch the replay at any time, just like you can on cable, Netflix, or whatever else you have. But here's the other thing. On tomorrow, that's going to be on Tuesday, December 24th, you're going to be able to search for the audio, the podcast version of Wake Up Ambridge. You'll be able to do that on Wake Up Ambridge on the podcast version. So wherever you get your podcast, you just go there and search Wake Up Ambridge, and it'll be right there for you to watch. So Jay, you're here producing your first episode of your dream show. Tell me, did you sleep last night, Jay? Did you sleep? Were you really excited about this? How much sleep did you get? Go ahead, tell us.
None. And after the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game, I didn't get any sleep on Saturday night either.
Oh, wow. Now, see, you brought up the football thing. I know you, Valerie, did you know he lived in Maryland for a long time, right?
I did.
Were you aware of that, Valerie? Yeah. No, Jay, we're going on public record now. When you lived in Maryland, were you a Ravens or Commanders fan? Tell the truth. We've got the truth meter on you.
No. Couldn't convert him. No one could convert me. We tried converting you to a Steeler fan for what? 10 years you lived up here?
And the time that I lived there, I was a Steeler fan simply because we didn't have a team in wherever the Ravens are. But that's why we don't want to talk about that, Mark. We don't want to talk about that. We're going to talk to Valerie. Valerie, tell us some things that's going on with the chamber. Tell us some upcoming things, some happening things with the chamber. Go ahead, fill us in on that. Absolutely.
Hey, Leon, would you be okay if I just mentioned our Christmas on Merchant sponsors?
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to thank the Ambridge Regional Distribution and Manufacturing Center for sponsoring our ice carving last week. And then also we had a silver sponsor, Fight or Flight Performance and Training, which is one of our newest businesses. 2 gold sponsors, Cafe Nero, who's moving locations from Dust to Merchant, and the John S. Dunn Agency, which is one of our longest serving businesses in the community. And then finally, our platinum sponsors, we have Ambridge Shipping Center that is getting ready to launch and open, the Brown Dog Sign Company that has done many of the signs and marketing in our town, in our region, and they actually go all over the country. And then Ambridge Do It Best, which is just a pillar and a staple in this community. So I just wanted to thank them before I start talking about next year.
Yeah, that's great. Great. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, we have a full calendar of events that are happening with the chamber. It's really important for us to offer membership services and the opportunity to network with fellow members, with community organizations. So let's start out with the first one on January 10th. from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., we are doing a partnership speed networking breakfast with the Beaver County Chamber of Commerce. And so this is a great opportunity for anyone looking to network. It's really important that you register so we know how many people are there. And the idea behind it is, if anyone's seen kind of like a speed dating thing, right, where you've got two lines, one of the lines moves, the other one sits still, and you got a certain amount of time to introduce yourself and talk to your partner. It's the same idea, but for business. So get your elevator pitch or your value statement ready and register for that opportunity on January 10th. And then the next is our first after hours event, which is hosted by Store Express. Store Express is an amazing supporter of the chamber and of the community. And they have storage spaces where you can put your boat, your construction materials, your vintage car, all different kinds of stuff. I'm not going to do it justice, but come out to Store Express. We're going to learn more about them. We're going to tour the facility, and then we'll have our networking time.
And for those events, when you mentioned that folks have to register, where do they register? I want to make sure everyone knows where you can register for these events.
Yes, everything's on our website, ambridgeregionalchamber.org. So ambridgeregionalchamber.org, and you go to the events page and you'll be able to sign up and register for those events.
All right. Looking forward to everyone attending those events. That's speed dating. That's speed dating. So you just can't sit down and start with well, let me tell you my whole story and blah. I mean, you got to bring it because you're not going to have a lot of time, right? Is that the
you got
idea
to practice. You got to be on if you want to represent your business and yourself appropriately. You also can't sit in the corner or mingle with people that you already know. So it's really an opportunity for people to get themselves outside of their comfort zone. And listen, if you want to practice, there's always an opportunity. Reach out to the chamber as well. So if you're a new business owner or even an existing business owner that hasn't had an experience with speed networking, reach out to us, send us an email. We'll give you a call. We'll talk through it. We'll practice it together. But it's going to be awesome because not only is it our chamber, it's also the Beaver County Chamber. And so we want to give our Ambridge region business owners the opportunity to network and meet with more people. Now, we as a chamber, we do business with each other. We do a lot of business together. We're a small chamber. And so in 2025, we want to make sure we expose our members to additional chambers throughout the region. Beaver County Chamber, Pittsburgh North Chamber, Elwood City Chamber, and the Airport Chamber. So you're going to see lots of things come along that way as we go into our events. And it's really easy to remember. Outside of the special events, our Ambridge Regional Chamber events, meetings, and networking are always on the first Tuesday of every month.
There you go. First Tuesday of every month. And I love the idea that you're speaking just not of Ambridge, but the region around Ambridge and how we can help each other grow, right? I love that concept. Yeah, that is really cool. I like that. So, Valerie, we have about 2 minutes remaining, remaining in the first episode of Wake Up Ambridge. I want to let everyone know that if you have a business and you want to come on and talk, if you know something that's great happening in the Ambridge community and the area surrounding it, we want you to be a part of the show. Valerie, who could we have on here? Who's coming up? I know that we're probably going to have you and some other businesses on our next week's show, but how else can we expand this? Let's make that appeal. Everybody, listen to Valerie. She's going to tell you how important this is. Go ahead, Valerie.
It is very, very important. And so I don't want to just start naming off businesses because then I'll forget some, because we have over 100 businesses just in this area. But I think it's important for us to talk to the borough of Ambridge. I think it's important for us to talk to a lot of the key stakeholders because it's important to understand what's happening, especially as we approach the new year. But I'm just going to double down, Leon, on what you said. We look forward to having our chamber members featured during this podcast and webcast. And you have an opportunity to tell your story. You have an opportunity to increase your reach. And so we would love to invite you to come on to the show and get your spot reserved for 2025.
Yes, please do so. You can contact Valerie. She has all of our contact information, but also you can contact our producer, Jay Rusenko, Ambridge native, Ambridge resident. The show is his idea, our producer. And Valerie, I got to give this shout out to Jay. He won't do it because he's so humble and very good at what he does, but
Yes.
humble. He won't talk to you about the great success and the great work he does with students that work with us at the Leon Thomas Group. Jay is great with them and teaching them many aspects of production. So Jay, thank you. And maybe there's a high school student, a middle school student that would like to be involved with the show. We want you
Yes.
to be a part of Wake Up Ambridge also. Valerie,
Wonderful.
this is great. We've been talking about this for like a month now with you, and we finally here. Episode 1 of Wake Up Ambridge has happened, and I am so excited for the Ambridge region, the area around Ambridge, for some great things that y'all are doing. Thank you so much for being a leader and making all this happen. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Valerie, we'll talk to you in the green room after the show.
Okay.
Everyone, thanks for being a part of the first episode of Wake Up Ambridge. Thank you so much for being here. Again, tell everybody about the show. And remember, tomorrow, Christmas Eve. And Valerie, Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you too, and to
That
everyone.
you will be able to listen to this episode of Wake Up Ambridge on your favorite podcast platform. Of course, tell everyone about it. Share the link so that they can watch it as well. My name is Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Thanks for watching our first episode of Wake Up Ambridge. We'll see you next time. Take care.